You didn't fall, you didn't twist your ankle, but suddenly, standing from a low chair feels harder. Your knees hesitate, your legs feel slower, and a quiet question creeps in. Is this just aging? The truth? It's not just about getting older. It's about how much we move. Because after 60, your body doesn't stop working. It just starts listening more closely to how you treat it. Here's the good news. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need to leave your living room. All you need are 5 simple movements. Movements that reawaken your muscles, restore balance, and bring confidence back to every step. Your legs weren't made to grow weaker with time. They were made to carry you strong, steady, and free. So if you're ready to walk without fear, to rise without hesitation, to feel strength return not just in your body, but in your spirit, let's begin this journey together. And if this message speaks to you, press 1 to let us know, leave a comment we're listening to, and subscribe if you believe, like we do, that aging is not the end. It's the beginning of a new kind of strength. Why leg strength? After 60 is not optional. Let's start with something most people don't realize. Your legs are not just for getting you from point A to point B. They are deeply connected to your brain, your heart, your independence, and even your lifespan. In fact, studies show that leg strength is one of the strongest indicators of longevity and quality of life after 60. Why? Because once your legs begin to weaken, it triggers a quiet but powerful chain reaction. You may start avoiding stairs, then long walks, then social outings, then even short trips to the garden or mailbox. And as your movement shrinks, so does your world. The muscles atrophy, the joints stiffen, the blood flow slows, the heart works harder, the brain gets less oxygen. Suddenly, the decline feels steep, but it didn't happen all at once. It started when movement stopped. Here's another truth. Leg muscles aren't just about mobility. They help regulate your metabolism. They support balance, coordination, and posture. They play a key role in preventing falls, the #1 cause of hospitalization for seniors. And yes, they even help your mind stay sharper by keeping circulation flowing to your brain. Strong legs literally anchor you in life. They give you confidence with every step, and they reduce the fear that comes from feeling unstable or weak. Now, you may be thinking, but I've already slowed down. It's been years since I last exercised. I don't know where to start. That's exactly why we're here, because it's never too late to rebuild strength. The body, especially after 60, is still capable of healing and growth, just in gentler ways. You don't need to do lunges or run marathons. You need small, daily movements that tell your body, I'm still here. I still need you. Let's move. In the next section, we'll begin with the most approachable exercise, one you can do from a chair. Let's ease into this, one strong step at a time. Part 1. Seated leg raises. If standing feels difficult, don't worry. We're not going to ask you to jump or squat. Instead, we begin from the safest, most comfortable place possible, your chair. Seated leg raises are one of the simplest and most effective exercises to start reactivating your leg muscles, especially your quadriceps, the big muscles in the front of your thighs. Here's how it works. Step 1. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor. Step 2. Slowly extend one leg straight out in front of you, keeping your toes pointed up. Step 3. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Then gently lower the leg. Step 4. Repeat 10, 12 times per leg. That's it. No gym, no equipment, just you, a chair, and a willingness to move again. What's happening inside your body during this exercise is more powerful than it looks. As you raise your leg, your quadriceps contract. This supports your knee joints, improves blood flow, and reminds your nervous system that your legs are still active and needed. Over time, this gentle movement reduces the risk of knee pain and stiffness, helps prevent falls by building thigh strength, stimulates circulation, especially for those with poor leg blood flow or swelling, supports your ability to rise from chairs, beds, or cars more easily. And perhaps most importantly, it rebuilds trust in your body. That's often the first thing to go when we feel weak. Not just strength, but belief in what our body can still do. So, do this while watching TV, or while listening to music, or even during a phone call. If you're feeling extra tired today, start with just 5 reps. That's still progress. And tomorrow, maybe you'll feel ready for 6. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. With every lift, you're telling your legs, "You're not done yet, I still need you." And once your legs start listening again, they'll begin to answer with more strength than you expected. In the next section, we'll move from sitting to standing, but don't worry, you'll still have the wall to support you. Part 2, Wall Sit. You've started moving from a chair now, it's time to take a gentle stand. But we're not asking you to balance on one leg or strain yourself. Instead, we use something solid, steady, and always there to support you. A wall. The wall sit is a safe, low-impact way to strengthen multiple leg muscles at once without moving your feet an inch. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Stand with your back flat against a wall, feet shoulder-width apart, and about 12–18 inches away from the wall. Step 2. Slowly slide down the wall, bending your knees until your thighs are as parallel to the floor as is comfortable. Step 3. Hold this position for 5 to 10 seconds or longer, if you can. Step 4. Press into your heels and slowly slide back up to a standing position. Repeat 5–8 times. What makes this so powerful? The wall sit activates your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and calves all at once. These muscles are essential not just for walking, but for stabilizing your entire body when standing, turning, or reaching. It also increases endurance in your leg muscles, especially important for daily tasks like climbing stairs or standing in line. Strengthens your knees gently, without pressure or sudden jolts. Builds core engagement, helping improve posture and balance. Trains your body to stay strong under stillness, building both physical and mental resilience. The first few times, it may feel shaky, and that's okay. Your legs might tremble, your thighs might burn a little. That just means your muscles are waking up. Think of it like this. You're asking your body to remember something it used to do. And with each attempt, it remembers more. As you hold the wall, sit, breathe deeply. Let your breath support your strength. Let your mind focus not on the discomfort, but on the quiet power returning to your legs. Even just 30 seconds of this exercise a day can build stamina over time. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to go anywhere. Your living room wall is now your personal fitness coach. Ready for the next step? Let's work on something that trains balance and keeps your brain sharp too. Part 3. Heel-to-toe walk. Sometimes, the most powerful movements look like the smallest steps. Heel-to-toe walking may seem simple, but it's one of the best exercises for improving balance, coordination, and brain-body connection, especially as we age. You don't need space. You don't need speed. You just need presence, awareness, and a little courage to feel wobbly at first. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Stand tall with your feet together and arms by your sides. Step 2. Take a small step forward. placing the heel of your front foot directly in front of the toes of your back foot so they touch in a straight line. Step 3. Pause. Find your balance. Step 4. Bring your back foot forward and repeat the same heel-to-toe step. Take 10-15 slow, deliberate steps in a straight line. Use a wall or countertop for support if needed. At first, your body may wobble. That's okay. That wobble? It means your nervous system is learning, reconnecting. Why is this exercise so important? Because balance is often the first thing we lose after 60 and the most dangerous to ignore. Falls cause more injuries, hospitalizations, and loss of independence in seniors than nearly anything else. But balance isn't just physical, it's neurological. The act of walking heel to toe stimulates the cerebellum, the part of your brain that controls balance and coordination. It also trains your eyes, feet, and brain to work together again, improves posture and walking gait, builds confidence when walking on uneven surfaces, supports your ability to catch yourself if you trip. This small act of focused walking can literally rewire your brain. And for those who've been feeling a little disconnected from their body lately, this is the path back home. So go slow. Don't rush. It's not about distance. It's about awareness. Every time your heel touches your toe, imagine telling your body, I'm here, I'm present, I'm stable. Next, we'll take that strength and coordination and apply it to the real-life skill we often take for granted: getting up from a chair. Part 4. Sit to stand. This next movement might be the most important one in the whole video. Why? Because it mirrors something we all do multiple times a day. Getting up from a chair? It sounds simple, right? But for many seniors, it becomes one of the first things to feel difficult, and that difficulty can quietly chip away at confidence and independence. That's why the sit-to-stand exercise is more than just a workout. It's a way to reclaim your freedom. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Sit on a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground, shoulder-width apart. Step 2. Place your arms across your chest, or use the armrests if needed. Step 3. Lean forward slightly from your hips, press through your heels, and stand up slowly. Step 4. Pause briefly, then slowly sit back down with control. Repeat this motion 8 to 10 times, or as many as feels comfortable. That's it. What does this exercise do for you? It strengthens your thighs, glutes, core, and back all the muscles you rely on to rise up, stay upright, and move with stability. It improves joint flexibility and posture. It also helps restore your brain's motor memory, reminding your body how to move safely and efficiently. Most importantly, it gives you back control over a moment that often brings fear: the fear of needing help, the fear of falling, the fear of not being able to get back up. Every repetition is more than physical. It's emotional healing. It's proof that you're not stuck, that you're still capable, that you're growing stronger. To make this part of your daily life, try doing a few reps each time you get up from a chair: before breakfast, after a phone call, while waiting for the kettle to boil. Small moments, big impact. Over time, you'll notice less strain when getting out of bed, more confidence in public places like restaurants or waiting rooms, and a stronger sense of control in your daily routine. And remember, you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to keep showing up. Next, we'll finish this journey with a stretch that brings relief, lightness, and flexibility to your legs so they don't just feel strong, they feel free. Part 5. Calf stretch. You've built strength. You've worked on balance. Now, it's time to release. Because even strong legs need softness. And sometimes, It's the tightness, not weakness, that holds us back. That's where the calf stretch comes in. This gentle, grounding movement helps restore flexibility, reduce pain, and improve posture, all in just a few breaths. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Stand facing a wall about arm's length away. Step 2. Place your hands on the wall at shoulder height. Step 3. Step 1 foot back, keeping it straight with the heel pressed into the floor. Bend the front knee slightly. Step 4. You should feel a stretch in the calf of your back leg. Step 5. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply. Then switch legs. Repeat 2-3 times per leg. Why this matters so much, especially after 60, tight calves affect more than just your legs. They pull on your Achilles tendon, tilt your pelvis forward, and disrupt your posture, leading to back pain, foot discomfort, even headaches. Calves also play a hidden role in circulating blood from your legs back to your heart, keeping your gait smooth and balanced, preventing falls by allowing proper ankle flexibility, supporting fluid motion in your hips, knees, and spine. When your calves are stiff, your entire movement chain gets stuck. Stretching them is like oiling a rusty hinge. It brings back ease and grace. And beyond the physical benefits, stretching offers something else: stillness, a moment to slow down, to breathe, to thank your body for what it's done and what it's still capable of doing. If you've been feeling stiff after waking up, or sore after walking, or just disconnected from your body, let this stretch be your invitation back to yourself. Try it in the morning while brushing your teeth, or in the evening before bed. Just a few minutes can make the next day lighter, easier, more free. And now that you've done all 5 exercises, you've built a full foundation: strength, balance, flexibility, confidence. In our final section, we'll wrap everything together and talk about how to turn these 5 simple moves into a powerful daily ritual. Aging is not a slow surrender. It's a new relationship with your body. And every time you choose to move, stretch, rise, or balance, you're saying, "I'm still here, I still matter, and I still want to live fully." These 5 simple exercises may not seem like much at first glance, but together, they form a quiet revolution, a daily act of healing, a vote for strength, a promise to your future self. You don't need a gym. You don't need to push past pain. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. All you need is a few minutes each day, and a quiet commitment to treat your legs not as something that's fading, but as something worth investing in. Because strong legs mean more than just physical support. They mean freedom, confidence, dignity, the ability to say yes to life again and again. So as you move forward from this video, I invite you to pick one exercise, just one. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Let it grow into a rhythm. Let it become your reminder that you're not finished, you're evolving. And if this message resonated with you, please share your story in the comments. You never know who might need to hear it. Subscribe for more support, more knowledge, and a community that believes in aging with grace, strength, and peace. Because you're not walking this path alone, we're walking it with you.